Linear routines that look the exact same every single day do not work for ADHD folks. So here is the Honeyman Method. 3 different routines, 3 different energy levels. Level 1, our ideal routine consists of 3 things. Lots of time, lots of energy, and lots of motivation. You'd likely see this routine on a weekend. Our second routine is a most likely routine. This is the average amount of time, average amount of energy, and motivation you experience in a week. This ends up being the routine that you strive for on most days. And finally, our minimum routine, which is classified by very little time, very little energy, and little to no motivation. This routine is essential for days with changes in plans, feeling sick, or mentally struggling. This routine is essentially the bare minimum things you need to get done in the morning. So in this video, you are going to get to see all of these routines and how I adapt to them on an average week. And if you want to build your own, use mine as an example, but they are just that, an example. They do not have to be the exact same. Enough talking, let's dive into it.
I have always found morning routines that were too structured and planned very hard to follow. I would end up not feeling like I had enough energy to do them every single morning. And so at a certain point, I just gave up. Instead, I'm now picking routines based on my energy levels, and it's allowed me to show up for myself every single day and meet me where I am. And on days that I don't have work, like this day, I usually do my ideal routine, which just focuses on starting very slowly and taking my time. This routine can take anywhere from 1 hour to 2.5 hours, and these mornings just feel soft and comforting and almost like nostalgic, kind of like it's summer vacation and you have no plans, so you just dilly-dally. Maybe if I were to rename this routine, I would call it the dilly-dally routine.
Good morning. It is day 1 of routines. I'm joined by Bailey today. I started my morning by getting up, letting Obi out, making some coffee. Bailey likes to sleep in a little bit longer than I do. So I read my book, scrolled on Pinterest a little bit, and then once Bailey was up, we just watched memes and played with Obi. And now we are up walking him and starting the day. Anything to add?
We're gonna make breakfast when we get back. I'm not sure what it's gonna be yet.
This is true. Okay, bye.
I think it's important to note that the structure of an ideal routine is somewhat planned out. I know that on an ideal day, I will have time for extra cozy time in bed, a long walk with my dog, making a nice breakfast, and some sort of touch-based time with myself. Today, Bailey and I did financial planning and some yoga together, but this can also be journaling or reading first thing or some sort of meditation. And usually this type of routine would also include getting ready, like doing my hair and makeup and maybe showering, though I usually do that at night. But I had nowhere important to be this day, so I just skipped that. If I could start every day like this, I would. I love how it makes me feel, but I also just don't always have the energy to do all of this, and expecting that would be shooting myself in the foot. So thus, it is classified as ideal. When we grow up in a world designed for neurotypical minds, being neurodivergent feels like you're always wrong. I must be lazy if I can't stick to a routine. I must be a bad kid because this structure isn't working for me. And the second you're able to realize that you are in an invisible box that you have stuffed yourself in, you can finally stand up and see a world of options. Why wear scratchy clothing when you can, wear something that's comfortable? Why force yourself to eat what everyone else is eating when it makes you feel sick? Find your comfort foods and stick to those. And why have one routine when you can have 3? To be neurodivergent means to live in a flow, constantly adapting to your energy. And this is just one way you can do that.
I would consider today's routine between most likely and ideal. I don't often spend a full morning with Bailey, so it was a little different. I didn't get to having a shower and getting ready, really. I kind of skipped that because it's such a relaxed day. So yeah, overall great day. We just finished our grocery shopping for the day. We are now starving, so we're gonna go home and it is lunchtime. So that is the end of day 1's routine, and I'm excited to see how tomorrow goes, which is a routine I will be doing by myself. But a quick pause to thank the sponsor of this week's video. You know them, we love them, AccuFlow. AccuFlow is my go-to organization tool for my day-to-day life. I genuinely mean this. AccuFlow seamlessly connects to my Google Calendar. It's a great place for me to dump everything I want to get done and then time block my day. I want to give you an example. So I'm jumping forward so you don't see the craziness that is my calendar currently, but under my project daily work, this is where I am going to brain dump everything that I want to do today. I can also change how long a certain task will take. So let's say I'm gonna throw this in here. Maybe I need to add some information to this, like buy milk. And based on how important this is, I can flag it with a deadline too. This will allow me to get notified that this is coming up and I need to do it. And at the end of the day, I'll go through and tick off everything I was able to get done, and it is one of the most satisfying things ever. Listen to this. The dopamine I get from ticking everything off of my list feels so good. So if you're an ADHDer like me and need a little support with your organization and you want to try AccuFlow for yourself, check the description for all the information that you could possibly need. And thank you, AccuFlow, for helping to sponsor this video. And let's get back to it.
When I first established my 3 routines, my most likely routine consisted of brushing my teeth and eating breakfast. And at the time, I had just moved into my own place for the first time after a wicked breakup, and I really needed some compassion and understanding for myself. So setting my routine as realistically something I could do every day was essential. And it has been nearly 3.5 years since then, and my most likely routine has shifted and adjusted many, many times. And I've started to recognize that in the summer, my most likely routine is fairly comprehensive and gets a lot done. But in the winter, I need to lower my expectations and allow myself some grace in not doing too much.
Good morning and welcome to day 2 of routines. Today we're seeing a version of my most likely routine. Generally, it's waking up, doing my bathroom tasks, then doing some sort of productive task, which can change. It can be journaling, it could be doing the dishes, it could be doing laundry. It depends. Then taking my dog, I'm gonna go for breakfast, and then get ready for the day. And that kind of varies on what that looks like every day. I knew I was gonna be doing the most likely routine today because I am starting work at 8. I'm going to a coffee shop and I have a call with someone that I'm working with. So let's get after it. You want this? Let's go outside. Come on, let's go outside. Go. Idiot. Oh, sorry. All right, we are back from our walk. Like I said, I am meeting with someone in 50 minutes on a virtual meeting. So I now need to eat breakfast and then get ready. Let's do that. Yesterday, after my partner and I got home from grocery shopping, we actually did some meal prep together, which is so nice, and now I have breakfasts all week. Now I'm adding some granola to it, and I'm really hoping to just bring some better texture to play here. One thing I didn't film this morning is that I did make my bed first thing. Tends to be something that I do every single day. Just makes me feel better. Makes me feel like I've accomplished something, and then the rest of the day when I'm looking at my room, it doesn't look like a pigsty. So now my hair is an absolute rat's nest this morning. I have about 30 minutes to do my hair, do my makeup, get dressed, leave. So on a day like today, I'm going to just try to make my hair look presentable. I don't need it to look perfect, but I do need it to look presentable. I also think it's important to note that my most likely routine is like my average routine I do most days, and that can look completely different than somebody else's. I really think that by comparing my average to your average could actually be quite harmful. So we're just using this as a case example in terms of how frequently do I do my most likely routine versus my ideal routine versus my minimum routine. Not exactly what they look like necessarily, but how frequently I do them and how I allow myself to do them. Okay, so if your most likely routine is like getting up, brushing your teeth, eating something, starting your day, great, wonderful. Let's ignore this.
Morning routines are inherently designed for you to start your day. So if you're doing exactly what everyone else is doing, you're doing it wrong. So start by writing out your ideal day and what that looks like, and then cut out all of the non-essential things. And this becomes your most likely routine. And then finally, cut it to the bare minimum, and that is your minimum routine.
And I need to leave like now. Oh my God. I did not finish my breakfast, which is okay. I'm going to simply pack it up, put it in the fridge, and try again once I'm home. I'm trying to be smart financially and not buy a bunch of takeout and food. And so I'm not gonna be buying any food at this coffee shop. I knew that going into today. So I'm gonna probably get like a matcha and we'll be set. It'll be nice. Now I need to just quickly pack my bag and get out the door so that I'm on time for my meeting. Okay, it is time to go. So I am just going to a cafe now, gonna sit, do my meeting, gonna do some work, and then I'm gonna head home, and I've got lots of editing to do today. That's the plan.
I find that trying to set plans where I have to leave the house in the morning can be a great motivator for me to get ready. Like, I know that I wouldn't do a minimum routine before going to a coffee shop, so setting that up motivates me to do my most likely routine. Just got home from the coffee shop. It is now 11:30 in the morning. It's time to get on with the rest of my day. Honestly, this was like a super realistic morning for me. This is very like normal. I got up about an hour and 15 before I knew I needed to be somewhere or start work, and that tends to be like average for my morning. I suspect that tomorrow we're gonna see my minimum routine before I get on with my day and leave the house, because part of my day tomorrow is I have a 9 a.m. workout class, which is not something that I normally do. I do that on the weekends, but this week I just have been feeling this like desire to move more, and that might be because of my movement video. And so yeah, I'm gonna have a very quick routine, get out the door, get in a car, drive. So let's see how she's doing.
When I work with my coaching clients, the recurring theme for mornings like these is shame. A lot of us harbor a lot of shame around low energy, low support mornings, but I cannot overstate how necessary mornings like these are, not just for rest, but for the ability to adapt to a change in schedule.
This might end up being a terrible idea before going to a yoga class, but I am so wickedly tired this morning. So you do what you gotta do.
So last night I stayed up a little late, which is not normal for me. I am a go to bed kind of early type of gal, unless my partner's here, and then we just yap. We just can't stop. But yesterday I just had this like shutdown in the middle of the day, and I needed to kind of pause all of my work and take care of myself for a little while. And then later in the evening, I just had this burst of creativity, and so I did a bunch of work. I filmed for a YouTube video that is going out 2 weeks prior to this one. I then edited for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, just for fun. I was enjoying myself, so there we go. And like out of nowhere, the entire evening was gone and it was late, and I was an EP girl. And so it's definitely a minimum routine this morning. On a minimum routine day, I classify that with not having a lot of time. Generally, it's 30 minutes or less. And then really my two focuses of the morning are brushing my teeth
and having some sort of substance. I find on minimum days, I don't want to like cook a big breakfast. I do have my meal preps, which are perfect for a day like today, but I am going to a yoga class, which I wouldn't consider as part of my morning routine. I'm considering this like me leaving the house is me starting my day. Prior to leaving the house, that's my morning, but I'm gonna include it in today because it's kind of fun to watch. I'm actually gonna save my meal prep to have once I'm home, and instead I think I'm gonna just grab an Ensure or make a little smoothie, have like liquids before. I am drinking coffee right now. Truthfully, I can feel that like I maybe need to poop and I need this to happen before I go to yoga, so I'm kind of like just, you know, shushing it out of my body. Sorry. If you don't want to talk poop stuff, you shouldn't follow me. Okay, let's go do our essential things this morning and then head off to yoga.
I think the coffee's working, so gotta deal with that. One thing I find so helpful for myself to get moving in the morning is actually putting out my clothes the night before. Is this the same workout set I wore yesterday? Yeah, because I didn't really work out in it. I took my dog for a walk and then took it off, so I'm being environmentally friendly. Teeth brush, done. I just need to take my meds and then grab something to eat quick and then head out. And that's it, That's all that I expect myself to do on a minimum day. We love that. I just want to find a sweater to bring with me as well. Alexa, turn mood light on. Ooh. This is one of my favorite sweaters ever. Isn't it nice? Isn't it looking nice on me? Food time, then it's go time. In the last like month, I have decided that red is my color. Sorry. It's been decided. I keep getting compliments every time I wear red, and I'm like, maybe I'm a red girl. And I noticed that like a rich red or like a rich royal blue look really good on me. I don't know what like season that makes me, but I feel like that's true. Comments, am I a warm summer? Comments, what season am I? Okay, I'm getting distracted. I need to do this. I'm actually leaving a little bit early because I want a little bit of time to read my book. This is fine. And finally, I grabbed an Ensure, and this is gonna be my breakfast pre-workout. And then once I am home, I will have my yogurt bowl and whatnot as my post-workout breakfast. I'm trying really hard to be conscious of what foods I'm eating now because I didn't have the best relationship with food. The last little bit, I was just kind of eating whatever, whenever. And I started to notice that when I was just eating whatever I wanted, I was feeling worse about myself. In the video I posted 2 weeks ago about my workout routines and whatnot, I'm still keeping up with that and I'm moving my body a ton. But I think one thing that I realized from that video was that I am not eating super well, and I think that was making a huge difference in how I saw my body and like the body dysmorphia I was dealing with. So I am now actively trying to eat better, and I am noticing a huge difference. I'm finding I have more energy during the day. I'm finding I feel better about myself. Squirrel! Okay. I've just arrived at the yoga studio. They're doing construction upstairs, so I had to park in the underground parking. I'm going to read very quickly for the next like 15 minutes probably, and then head up to join the class. Let's go work out. Workout class done. It was really lovely. It wasn't like hard. It was very relaxing.
Service had ended. I caught Ashley's eyes as she was...
It's my book. So I ended up actually canceling my life coaching session today, which is super unlike me, but I actually don't feel like there's anything I have to process
And I think that time would be better used making myself a really good breakfast, showering, getting ready. So that's what I've decided to do, and my life coach is a godsend, and so she understood, bless her heart. It is officially afternoon now, and I am just going to go do my makeup and my hair, and then I got some work to do. Gonna dive in. So that is my whole morning. Thank you for spending it with me. Let's see how tomorrow goes, because tomorrow I am waking up with my partner, but it is a working day, so a little different than earlier this week. Let's do it. I know this is not me getting out of bed, but that is because I forgot to film. Had a definite change of plans this morning. My partner and I yesterday went to a graduation ceremony, ended up going way later than we were expecting. And he had to like leave his car somewhere, and then this morning I had to go drive him to work, and so this morning's like schedule changed a bit. So I just finished dropping my partner off at work. He starts work at 8:30 a.m. Dropped him off for around 8:15-ish. All we did this morning was like get up, make his lunch. I made smoothies for both of us, and then we were on the road. Honestly, I don't think I fully processed how this was going to affect my work day. And now I'm processing that, and I'm like, ooh, that's a change. And I don't always love change. I feel so out of it.
I just got home and I pulled up into my driveway and my cat was outside. They're not outdoor cats.
Oh, okay, so this is the problem.
I'm feeling weird this morning, I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like crying. Yes, I feel like crying. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I think I'm feeling overwhelmed with work stuff. Mainly because I've now gone full-time with content creation, and it's hard to make money doing that. And there's just not like financial security in doing it. And so I'm feeling stressed. My overwhelm response is to like shut down and not want to do anything, but I recognize that that's going to just like make the problem worse. So I think I just need to go do my hair and makeup and then reassess how I'm feeling and figure out what needs to be done from there. Okay. Good morning. Last night I took a melatonin as I was kind of slowly starting to get ready for bed, and I didn't realize how bad my sleep was in the last like week until I got a good night's sleep. Oh my god. I'm a super light sleeper, and I guess throughout the week I've just been waking up a ton, and last night I like slept through the whole night. She's a new woman. My assistant will be here in about an hour and a half, so I'm going to go take Obi for a quick round the block. Then I am going to do other things. I do wash my face pretty regularly, but it tends to be in the evening. Hey, let's address the elephant in the room. You've only watched me shower once this week. I'm a nighttime shower gal. Okay, it's controversial, I know. I know that some of y'all are gonna be like, you start your day stinky. All night, you sweat and stuff, and you start your day. I don't give a shit, okay? I don't care, dog. I'm more likely to shower in the evening, so I shower in the evening. Let's wash my face. Oh my god, it's a spider with a butt, it's a spider with a butt, it's a spider with a butt, it's a spider with a butt. Okay, where are we? Sandal. Don't let me, okay. Did I kill it? My god. Holy fuck. That was terrifying. I am currently listening to a book, and I'm gonna listen to that on my walk. Oh wait, I'm also gonna put my
Pixie eye masks on. I find these like so hydrating and they help to wake me up in the morning. You know when your eyes are just like puffy and don't feel great? These help with that. So, walk time.
If you don't know, I, like 3 years ago, injured my knee pretty severely and have continued to injure it every year since. And I'm waiting on getting surgery in September, but I had a torn ACL, MCL, meniscus, and a benign tumor, which is so sick. Ugh, I started having a coughing fit. Anyways, I'm feeling that my knee is really sore this morning, and so I'm gonna do something out of my typical, most likely routine, which is do some stretching this morning just to like loosen it up a bit, which I don't necessarily do every single day. I probably should, but you know, it is what it is.
Breakfast time! I have more of these yogurts that I meal prepped in advance, but they're so like liquidy and gross now that I can't do them. This is super shitty, but what I can do is make a new yogurt bowl. I'm gonna do that, okay? Good morning. I have 3 books that I am currently swapping between and reading. The first one is Atomic Habits. I think I'm going to read maybe a chapter of this morning. I think it's a really good way to start the day. I enjoy reading self-help type books or business books like first thing in the morning. I feel like it really gets me going. This is the other one I'm reading. This was what I was actually listening to on my walk this morning. Very curious as to where this goes. I feel like I really enjoy a lot of Riley Sager books, but you gotta like look past certain things to enjoy his books. And then the last one is An Anonymous Girl, which I'm not that far into, but it is so interesting and I like cannot wait to find out where this could possibly go. Like I'm so confused. So I'm going to just eat my breakfast, drink my coffee, read a chapter of this, and start my day relaxed, chilling. I don't know if this is an ADHD thing, but I need glasses both for just near and far. I forget all the time when I need glasses and I just struggle through reading something, and then at a certain point I'm like, oh, this actually doesn't need to be hard. Now it is time to do hair and makeup. On a most likely day, I just do like the same makeup and the same hair every single day, essentially. So that's what I'm gonna do. Now time to get dressed. I am essentially editing all day today, and I have some administration type stuff to do, but it's like a cozy, not having to look super nice type of day right now. I understand the outfit I put on is just the same outfit I was wearing in a different font. Black sweatpants, different white and black shirt. It's whatever, okay? Now for jewelry. I'm gonna start with the necklace my partner got me for Valentine's Day this year. Ooh. For earrings, I'm just putting on slightly larger hoops than I am already wearing. For bracelets and stuff, these ones I wear always, but I think I'm going to add a little beaded one today. And for rings, I don't think I'm gonna do rings today. Oop, crazy. Don't think I'm gonna do rings today. I also forgot deodorant. Don't want to be a stinky lady. You guys already think that because I don't shower every morning. And 1 spritz of my Good Girl perfume. Okay, now we're ready. My assistant is outside and going to be coming in very soon, but that is essentially my morning up until work. I wanted to say thank you for watching this video, and if this type of information you find really, really helpful, go check out some of my programs and courses. I create affordable resources for folks with ADHD and low support needs autism. You can go check those out. I've got like a burnout recovery plan, I've got an unmasking course, and I have programs that are specific to stuff like this, like routines, your basics, how do you eat more food, how do you eat better food, all of those types of stuff. So I would love to hear how my routines compare to the ones that you currently have set up, and what of my routines would you like to implement into your future routines? Would this type of flexible routine work for you? If yes, why? If no, why? And as a reminder, if no one has yet told you today, I am so proud of you for putting in the work to yourself, because no one else is gonna do it for you. So it's pretty fucking cool that you're doing it for yourself. I love you so much, and I will catch you in the next video.